So in 2012, the Oklahoma City Thunder looked destined to take over the NBA. A team built through the draft, led by 3 future MVPs, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. They stormed through the Western Conference, took down legends, and reached the NBA Finals. The 2011 through 2012 season was a lockout-shortened year, but that didn't stop the Thunder from proving they were the real deal. Before we get into the details of the game, let's take a deep dive into how this team went from one of the worst teams in the league into a legitimate title contender in just a few seasons. Now, as you all know, in the modern NBA, building a championship caliber team is a process that often takes years of strategic drafting, player development, and roster adjustments. Few teams have executed this process as flawlessly as the Oklahoma City Thunder did in the late 2000s and early 2010s. Thanks to a remarkable drafting spree that produced 3 future MVPs, their journey from an expansion team to an NBA Finals contender remains one of the most impressive rebuilds in sports history.
He's got 6 rebounds already for Oklahoma City. Big shot right here. This is huge.
The players that Presti chose for the Oklahoma Thunder made him one of the top NBA executives, and his ability to spot outstanding potential was also appreciated. His amazing series of draft selections marked the beginning of their transition for the team. Firstly, Kevin Durant was chosen with the 2nd overall choice in 2007. Next, they selected Russell Westbrook with the 4th pick the following year, and James Harden with the 3rd pick in 2009. Now, to put this accomplishment in perspective, most teams have struggled for decades to choose even one player of MVP caliber, but Oklahoma City was able to select 3 in a row. This degree of scouting success is almost unheard of, but the Oklahoma City Thunder did it. In addition to these 3 MVPs, the Thunder made a few other key selections that helped their case and helped them advance. Their 6-year stretch of drafting remains one of the best in NBA history. During this time, they drafted more young talent, including Reggie Jackson and Steven Adams. They also picked up Serge Ibaka with a late 1st-round pick, which added a defensive powerhouse to their roster.
Serge Ibaka has forged his reputation as one of the game's best defenders by relentlessly protecting the basket.
Trying to dunk it, blocked by Ibaka.
This drafting series gave Oklahoma City a foundation that could compete with any team in the league. However, even after assembling such a fantastic team, the Thunder continued to struggle and ended up among the NBA's worst teams in the 2008 through 09 season. Things were not looking good for the team. And that's when the young trio of Durant, Westbrook, and Harden led the team to a surprising playoff appearance in 2010. They won 50 games during the regular season, and in the playoffs, they played against the Los Angeles Lakers, who later won the championship. Even though the Thunder were a young team, they played very well and made the series tough for the Lakers, winning 2 games before losing the series 4-2. Now, the Thunder continued to improve and, during the next season, finished as the 4th seed in the Western Conference, and even managed to reach the conference finals. Even though they lost to the Dallas Mavericks, who went on to win the title, the Thunder's strong playoff run highlighted their potential as a rising force. The 2012 NBA season should have consisted of all 82 games, but due to a lockout, it was only able to play 68 games. The young trio of James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Kevin Durant led the Oklahoma City Thunder to a 47-19 regular season finish as the 2nd seed in the Western Conference. They combined a strong defense, quick offense, and outstanding scoring to become the league's most dominant young teams. Meanwhile, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, the strongest team members, helped the Miami Heat finish 2nd in the Eastern Conference with a 46-20 record. They were planning to gain a victory over the Dallas Mavericks, to whom they lost the 2011 NBA Finals series. The Thunder defeated the Mavericks in the opening round of the Western Conference playoffs, highlighting the team's dominance. This was a huge confidence boost for them, because the Mavericks were last season's champions. They then defeated the Los Angeles Lakers in 5 games, when they faced them in the conference semifinals. In the conference finals, Oklahoma City faced the San Antonio Spurs, who had won 20 straight games, including the first 2 of this series. This seemed challenging. However, the Thunder swept the Spurs in 4 consecutive games, eliminating them and advancing to their first NBA Finals. Harden, Westbrook, and Durant received a lot of praise for the victory, and their basketball skills were appreciated. Durant even won the Western Conference Finals MVP. Although the Thunder had fought extremely hard to get to the finals, the Miami Heat likewise gave it their all. They beat the New York Knicks in 5 games, then won a hard 6-game series, and finally defeated the Boston Celtics in a 7-game battle. In Game 6 against the Celtics, LeBron James had an amazing performance, scoring 45 points. In the finals, the Thunder won the first game at home, but found all their efforts futile because of Miami's experience and depth. Miami won the remaining 4, thus winning the championship 5-1. LeBron James garnered his first NBA title and Finals MVP. However, the Thunder's team gained valuable experience for the upcoming campaigns. The Oklahoma City Thunder's loss to the Miami Heat in the 2012 NBA Finals wasn't just about one factor. It was a combination of missed opportunities, inexperience, and adjustments that never came. While LeBron James and the Heat played at an elite level, the Thunder had multiple chances to turn the series to their favor, but their strategy simply didn't work, and they ended up losing opportunities to win. One of the main reasons for the Thunder struggling was their lack of adjustment to Miami's small ball. The Heat opened the series by using Shane Battier along with LeBron James as forwards to spread the floor and shoot more three-pointers. However, Oklahoma City really did not counter this strategy and didn't change their approach. Instead of taking advantage of their size, they decided to keep going with their regular lineup, which included Kendrick Perkins, who contributed next to nothing offensively and was a liability on the defensive end. The Thunder also started games poorly, often falling behind early. Their sluggish starts meant they had to play from behind, putting pressure on their offense and forcing them into rushed possessions. In a tight series where a few possessions could have changed the outcome, these slow starts were costly. The Thunder's loss was caused by a few other factors, including their key players' poor performance. James Harden was a vital member of the Thunder during the playoffs.
Playing tight D. Daquan Cook with the steal.
His ability to create scoring opportunities for both himself and his teammates made him their best playmaker. But he had trouble in the finals. He had low shooting percentages and only averaged 12.4 points per game. One of the main reasons Harden struggled was his heavy load on the defensive end. He had to defend against LeBron James much more than anticipated, which must have sapped some of his energy and ultimately disrupted his rhythm on offense. When Harden didn't perform at his high level, the movement of the Thunder's ball began to falter, becoming over-reliant on isolations from Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook for scoring. Thus, their offense became easy to defend. Certain things should have changed during the game. However, the Thunder head coach Scott Brooks stuck to his usual game plan, which became a huge disadvantage for them. On the other hand, Heat coach Erik Spoelstra made smart changes that helped Miami win. He let LeBron James play as a point forward, meaning he handled the ball while being surrounded by shooters. This spacing made it easy for Miami to attack OKC's defense. Spoelstra also made effective in-game adjustments. When the Thunder's defense focused on slowing down LeBron, Miami's role players stepped up. Mike Miller, Norris Cole, and Shane Battier all hit clutch three-pointers throughout the series. Brooks, however, didn't make many changes and kept playing Kendrick Perkins, even though he wasn't very effective. This was another blow to the Thunder. Possibly the major reason why Oklahoma City lost was their lack of experience at that level. The Thunder were a young team facing a veteran Miami squad that had learned from its failure in the 2011 finals. LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh knew what it took to win at that level, while OKC's core, Durant, Westbrook, and Harden, were experiencing the pressure of the finals for the first time. This inexperience showed in key moments. The Thunder made mistakes in late game, while Miami stayed calm. They had costly turnovers, missed defensive plays, and relied too much on one-on-one basketball, all because they weren't as prepared for the finals pressure. In the end, the pressure got to them, and they ended up losing one of the major games of their lives. Oklahoma City's incredible journey led them to the 2012 NBA Finals, proving they were a true championship contender. Their impressive comeback against the San Antonio Spurs in the Western Conference Finals, winning 4 straight games after trailing 2-0, showcased their talent and resilience. Though they fell short against Miami, their journey showed that they were an amazing team. Unfortunately, their championship window with the Durant, Westbrook, Harden trio was short-lived. After losing to the Miami Heat in the 2012 Finals, the Thunder made a controversial decision to trade James Harden due to financial constraints. Though they remained competitive in the following years, making deep playoff runs with Durant and Westbrook, the departure of Harden marked the beginning of a slow decline. Alright, so although this team never won a championship with their original core, the Oklahoma City Thunder's early 2010s run remains one of the most exciting periods in recent NBA history. Their drafting success, rapid development, and fearless style of play made them a fan favorite and a respected franchise. You see, their story serves as a lesson in both the power of great scouting and the challenges of keeping a young super team together in the modern NBA. While the Thunder eventually lost their key players, their ability to build such an amazing team from scratch in just a few years remains a remarkable achievement. Their rapid rise from a rebuilding team to an NBA Finals contender helped them dream that they can also achieve such heights if they only work hard. Their failures also became lessons for many others. As Oklahoma City continues to rebuild with a new generation of talent, their past success serves as both an inspiration and a reminder of what's possible with smart management and a bit of luck. The Thunder may not have won a championship during their golden era, but their journey from obscurity to the NBA Finals will always be remembered as one of the greatest rises in basketball history. I'll keep it real. I would say that the Oklahoma City Thunder had the talent to win the 2012 NBA Finals, but a combination of factors led to their downfall. Their failure to adjust to Miami's small ball lineup, slow starts, lack of energy and performance by key players, Eric Spoelstra outdoing Scott Brooks, and the Thunder's own inexperience snatched the trophy from them. While the loss was disappointing, it was also a learning experience, one that would shape their future as a team. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us for more amazing videos, and I'll see you in the next one.